After 60, muscle loss creeps in faster than most people realize, but the right foods can slow it and even reverse it. These 3 cheeses are rich, simple, and incredibly effective for rebuilding strength. Stay until the end, because the last one has a benefit most seniors never expect. Let's start our journey with a cheese that many of you might associate with old diet fads from decades past: cottage cheese. I understand what might come to mind, those strict, uninspiring meal plans of the 1980s. But please, set those memories aside, because this humble, often overlooked cheese is, in fact, one of the most remarkably potent foods available for building and preserving muscle as we age. It's a true nutritional champion hiding in plain sight. What makes cottage cheese so exceptionally powerful? For starters, just half a cup of the low-fat variety delivers a whopping 14 grams of top-quality protein, all for a mere 81 calories. To put that into perspective, almost 70% of the calories in cottage cheese come directly from protein. Contrast this with a common cheese like cheddar, where only about 24% of its calories are protein, and you immediately see why cottage cheese stands in a league of its own for muscle support. Beyond the sheer quantity of protein, cottage cheese also boasts over 1 gram of a vital amino acid called leucine in every half-cup serving. Think of leucine as the special key that turns on your body's muscle-building engine. As we gracefully age, our muscles become a bit more particular about responding to growth signals, needing a stronger nudge and more leucine to get the message. Studies suggest older adults ideally need around 3 grams of leucine at each main meal to effectively stimulate new muscle growth, meaning cottage cheese conveniently provides about a third of that crucial amount in just 1 serving, making it an excellent start to your day or an ideal post-activity snack. One of the aspects I particularly appreciate about cottage cheese for my older patients is its incredible ease of consumption. I often hear concerns about difficulty chewing tough meats or a general decrease in appetite as the years pass. Cottage cheese, with its soft, creamy texture, is remarkably gentle on both your teeth and your digestive system. It's light, satisfying, and won't leave you feeling overly full or uncomfortable. You can enjoy it straight from the container for a quick protein boost, mix it with fresh berries or sliced fruit for a delicious and antioxidant-rich breakfast, or even blend it seamlessly into smoothies where its mild flavor completely disappears, leaving only the muscle-building benefits. A key protein found in cottage cheese is casein, which is incredibly significant for older adults. Casein is known as a slow-release protein, meaning it provides a steady, sustained flow of essential amino acids to your muscles over an impressive 6 to 8 hours. Imagine it as a continuous time-release muscle protector, diligently working for you throughout the day or, crucially, through the night. This slow digestion makes it exceptionally valuable to consume before bed, as it can help prevent your body from breaking down precious muscle tissue while you sleep, ensuring your muscles remain nourished even during long periods of rest. The scientific evidence supporting cottage cheese is truly compelling. Studies involving nearly 1,000 elderly participants demonstrated that those who regularly included cottage cheese in their diet experienced significant gains in muscle mass over time. The slow-digesting casein protein, in particular, proved highly effective at maintaining muscle, even during times of reduced physical activity, showing just how much impact this simple food can have on your strength and vitality. Incorporating cottage cheese into your daily meals is surprisingly simple and delicious. For a morning boost, try mixing it with fresh berries like strawberries or blueberries, perhaps with a light drizzle of honey for natural sweetness. A perfect combination of protein and antioxidants. If you lean towards savory flavors, a spoonful of cottage cheese stirred with chopped tomatoes, cucumber, and fresh herbs like dill or chives makes for a refreshing and protein-packed start. At lunchtime, it serves as an excellent, protein-rich base for creamy dips or spreads that pair wonderfully with vegetables or whole grain crackers. For dinner, consider it a lighter, healthier substitute for ricotta in your favorite pasta dishes, or mix it into casseroles to effortlessly elevate their protein content. And if the texture is a challenge for you initially, remember that blending it with fruit for a smoothie will mask the texture entirely while delivering all those invaluable muscle-building nutrients. Some of my patients even creatively use it as a substitute for mayonnaise in chicken or tuna salad, adding a protein punch with less fat. To maximize these benefits, I recommend aiming for about half a cup to a full cup daily. And here's a crucial tip: make it a point to enjoy it, especially at breakfast. After fasting throughout the night, your muscles are incredibly receptive to protein first thing in the morning, and that morning serving of cottage cheese can powerfully activate your muscle-building processes for the entire day ahead. Now let's turn our attention to our second remarkable muscle-building champion, a cheese that might truly catch you by surprise: Parmesan cheese, or as the Italians lovingly call it, Parmigiano Reggiano. While you might typically reserve Parmesan for a quick sprinkle over your pasta, this intensely aged cheese is actually one of the most incredibly nutrient-dense foods you can incorporate into your diet for robust muscle support. Its concentrated power is genuinely remarkable. Consider this: a mere 1 ounce of Parmesan, that's roughly the size of your thumb, packs over 10 grams of complete protein. This makes it one of the highest protein concentrations among all cheeses, an invaluable feature for older adults who might find themselves eating smaller portions than they used to. Every bite is a powerhouse of muscle-fueling goodness, but here's where Parmesan truly sets itself apart: its unique aging process. For authentic Parmigiano Reggiano, this process spans a minimum of 24 months, and during this lengthy maturation, something quite magical occurs. Natural enzymes within the cheese work diligently to break down the proteins into smaller, more easily digestible pieces. It's almost as if the cheese has been pre-digested for you, making it significantly gentler on your stomach and digestive system. This is a crucial benefit for older adults, as our digestive efficiency can naturally decrease with age, often leading to discomfort or bloating after consuming protein-rich foods. With Parmesan, because of its unique preparation, these concerns are largely alleviated. In fact, after 2 years of aging, authentic Parmesan contains virtually no lactose, making it a wonderful option even for those who are typically lactose intolerant, allowing them to enjoy its benefits without worry. Beyond its impressive protein profile, Parmesan is also an extraordinary source of calcium. That same 1 ounce serving provides a substantial 331 milligrams of calcium, which is approximately 25% of your daily recommended intake. While we often associate calcium primarily with bone health, it's equally indispensable for your muscles. Every single muscle contraction, every movement you make, relies on an adequate supply of calcium to function correctly. Without enough of it, your muscles simply cannot perform at their peak, regardless of how much protein you're consuming. Fascinating recent research has illuminated the link between calcium and muscle loss in older adults, showing that individuals with insufficient daily calcium intake face a significantly higher risk of losing muscle mass as they age. So, by enjoying Parmesan, you're not only supplying your body with top-tier protein for muscle building, but also providing the essential calcium your muscles need to contract efficiently and keep you moving with strength and grace. Now, I understand that the mention of authentic Parmigiano Reggiano might bring up concerns about cost. It's true that high-quality Parmesan can seem expensive, but here's the beautiful truth about it. Because its nutrients are so highly concentrated, you really don't need very much to reap significant rewards. Just 1 to 2 ounces daily is more than enough to make a profound difference in your muscle health. That's a mere 2 tablespoons when freshly grated. And speaking of grating, this is a crucial distinction. Those pre-grated containers found in many grocery stores simply don't compare in terms of flavor or nutritional integrity to real, fresh Parmesan. When you grate it yourself, you unlock a superior, richer flavor and more potent nutrition, and you'll discover that you're satisfied with smaller quantities because the taste is so much more profound and deeply satisfying. Incorporating Parmesan into your routine is wonderfully versatile. For a powerhouse breakfast, try grating it over scrambled eggs. This simple pairing can give you over 20 grams of protein to kickstart your day with vigor. At lunch, a generous sprinkle over soups, salads, or even roasted vegetables instantly elevates the flavor and nutritional value. For dinner, use it to create simple, protein-rich gratins with cauliflower or broccoli, or sprinkle it over any main dish. You can even enjoy small, satisfying chunks of parmesan as a convenient snack, perhaps paired with a few nuts or a piece of fruit. The robust combination of protein, calcium, and intense flavor makes it incredibly satisfying and a perfect bridge between meals. When you're shopping, look specifically for wheels proudly stamped Parmigiano Reggiano with those distinctive dots around the rind. It truly is worth investing in the authentic product, as its superior nutrition and flavor mean you'll use less and be more satisfied, proving quite economical in the long run for your health. Our third and final muscle-building secret weapon is ricotta cheese, and this one carries a very special distinction that truly sets it apart from all other cheeses. Ricotta is uniquely made from whey, the nutritious liquid left over after other cheeses are produced. While this might sound like a simple byproduct, it's precisely this origin that imbues ricotta with its incredible, fast-acting, muscle-building properties. Allow me to explain why this difference is so profoundly important for your health and vitality as you age. When you consume most cheeses, you're primarily benefiting from casein protein, which, as we discussed with cottage cheese, digests slowly over several hours. However, ricotta contains a significant amount of whey protein, and whey protein is the single fastest absorbing protein you can possibly eat. Your body can absorb and begin utilizing whey protein within a remarkably swift 30 to 60 minutes of consumption, which for building and repairing muscle in older adults makes all the difference in the world. Think about it this way. After you've enjoyed a refreshing walk around the neighborhood, spent some time gardening, or completed any light physical activity, your muscles are primed, ready, and eagerly waiting for nutrients. When you choose ricotta, those quickly absorbing proteins are swiftly delivered directly to your muscles, precisely when they are most receptive and capable of using them for repair and growth. A half-cup serving of whole milk ricotta provides about 14 grams of protein, similar to cottage cheese, but with a unique amino acid profile. Ricotta is exceptionally rich in what scientists call branched-chain amino acids, or BCAAs. These special amino acids possess a remarkable ability to travel directly to your muscle tissue, completely bypassing the liver. This means they get straight to work on immediate muscle repair and stimulating new growth, offering a rapid, targeted benefit that's incredibly valuable after activity. Another significant advantage of ricotta for older adults is its wonderfully smooth, exquisitely creamy texture. Many of my patients who might contend with dental issues or occasional difficulty swallowing find ricotta far easier and more pleasant to eat than tougher protein sources. Its naturally mild flavor ensures it won't overpower other foods, making it an incredibly versatile addition that blends beautifully into both sweet and savory dishes without complaint. Furthermore, ricotta is naturally lower in sodium compared to many other cheeses. A half cup typically contains only about 100 milligrams of sodium, a stark contrast to the often 400 plus milligrams found in many other varieties. This is a critical consideration, as many older adults need to carefully monitor their sodium intake for optimal heart health and blood pressure management. The scientific evidence for ricotta is particularly impressive. In one compelling study, participants who regularly consumed about 3/4 of a cup of ricotta daily not only gained valuable muscle mass, but also demonstrated significant improvements in their balance test scores and overall physical performance. Men in the study, in particular, showed dramatically improved muscle strength in just 90 days. But there's an often overlooked added benefit to ricotta. The whey protein it contains has been shown to contribute to lower blood pressure and improved cardiovascular health. So, with ricotta, you're not just building stronger muscles, you're simultaneously supporting your heart, a dual benefit that is incredibly valuable for holistic well-being in your later years. Ricotta is fantastically versatile in the kitchen, perhaps even more so than cottage cheese due to its consistently smooth texture and neutral flavor profile. For breakfast, try mixing it with a touch of honey and cinnamon, then spreading it generously on whole grain toast. It's like a healthier, protein-rich version of cream cheese. At lunchtime, ricotta makes an excellent creamy base for savory dips when mixed with fresh herbs, or you can use it as a delightful sandwich spread instead of mayonnaise. In the evening, ricotta shines when stuffed into vegetables like bell peppers or zucchini, layered into comforting casseroles, or stirred into pasta sauces to make them richer, creamier, and substantially more protein-packed. It even has a place in desserts. Blend it with a little cocoa powder and honey for a surprisingly healthy chocolate mousse, or combine it with fruits for a wonderfully satisfying, protein-packed smoothie. Some ingenious patients even incorporate ricotta into their baking, replacing a portion of flour in pancakes or muffins to effortlessly boost the protein content of these treats. When selecting ricotta, I recommend opting for whole milk ricotta for maximum protein and that satisfying feeling of fullness, though part-skim versions are available if calorie counting is a primary concern. Look for brands with a short, simple ingredient list, typically just milk, vinegar, or citric acid and salt. The absolute best time to enjoy ricotta for maximum muscle benefits is within 2 hours after any form of physical activity, even something as gentle as a garden stroll or light household chores. Thanks to its fast-absorbing whey protein, ricotta ensures rapid amino acid delivery to your muscles during that critical window of opportunity when they are most ready to repair, rebuild, and grow stronger. Now that you're armed with the knowledge of which powerful cheeses to choose, let's delve into a secret that can dramatically amplify their benefits: the timing of when you eat them. Recent, groundbreaking research has unveiled some truly fascinating insights that challenge long-held beliefs about meal structure, especially for those of us over 65. For many years, we've been told that dinner should be the most substantial meal of the day. However, when it comes to effectively building and preserving muscle after 65, breakfast is unequivocally your single most important opportunity to fuel your body and reverse muscle loss. Here's why this timing is absolutely critical. After a night's sleep, your body has typically been in a fasting state for 8 to 10 hours. During this prolonged period, to sustain essential bodily functions, your system may actually begin to break down precious muscle tissue for energy. Your very first meal of the day, therefore, represents a crucial chance to fundamentally shift your body's state from muscle breakdown to vigorous muscle building. Studies compellingly show that older adults who consume a robust 25 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast maintain significantly better muscle protein synthesis. That's the process of building new muscle throughout the entire day, especially when compared to those who opt for a typical low-protein breakfast of toast and coffee. Yet, shockingly, most individuals over 65 consume only around 8 grams of protein at breakfast, an amount woefully insufficient to truly kickstart the muscle-building process. This is precisely where our 3 remarkable cheeses become incredibly powerful, strategic tools. Imagine a breakfast that artfully combines half a cup of cottage cheese with fresh berries, crowned with a generous ounce of freshly grated Parmesan. This combination alone delivers a powerful 24 grams of high-quality protein and over 2 grams of the muscle-activating leucine, more than enough to decisively switch your body from a state of muscle depletion to one of proactive muscle regeneration. But effective timing extends beyond just breakfast. It's also profoundly about how you strategically distribute protein intake throughout your entire day. Many older adults unknowingly fall into what I call the light-heavy pattern, consuming very little protein at breakfast and lunch, then attempting to compensate with a substantial portion of meat at dinner. Unfortunately, this approach is far from optimal for supporting aging muscles. Your muscles have a limited capacity to utilize protein for building new tissue at any one time, generally maxing out at about 25 to 35 grams. This means if you consume, for instance, a massive 60 grams of protein at dinner, your body simply cannot store the excess for later use in muscle repair and growth. It's akin to trying to hydrate a parched plant by dumping an entire bucket of water on it just once a day, rather than providing it with smaller, consistent amounts throughout the day. Much of that valuable resource will simply run off and be wasted. The most effective pattern for actively fighting muscle loss is to aim for a consistent 25 to 30 grams of protein at each of your main meals. This balanced approach could elegantly manifest as cottage cheese mixed with fruit for breakfast, a delicious sandwich featuring ricotta and fresh vegetables for lunch, and your regular dinner complemented with a sprinkle of freshly grated parmesan to boost its protein content. There's one more powerful timing secret that can supercharge your results. If you engage in any form of physical activity, even something as modest as a 15-minute walk around the neighborhood or some light gardening, make it a priority to consume one of these muscle-building cheeses within 2 hours afterward. Scientific research unequivocally shows that this synergistic combination of physical activity followed by protein intake creates a far more potent muscle-building response than either activity or protein alone. This isn't to say you need to embark on vigorous, strenuous workouts. Even gentle activities like walking, light stretching, or engaging in everyday household chores count as beneficial physical activity for your muscles. The core principle here is to stay active, then consistently fuel your muscles with the right nutrients during that crucial post-activity window when they are most responsive and ready to rebuild. One of the most frequent questions I encounter from my patients revolves around the precise amount of these remarkable cheeses they should be consuming each day. Let me provide you with clear, practical guidelines firmly rooted in the latest research to ensure you achieve the best possible results. First, let's establish your overall daily protein needs. Current expert recommendations for adults over 65 suggest a target of 1 to 1.2 grams of protein for every kilogram of your body weight. To easily calculate this for yourself, simply take your weight in pounds and divide it by 2.2 to convert it to kilograms. Then, multiply that kilogram weight by 1.2. For instance, if you weigh 150 pounds, that equates to roughly 68 kilograms. Multiplying 68 by 1.2 indicates you need approximately 82 grams of protein each day. Now, let's be clear, you won't and shouldn't aim to get all of this protein exclusively from cheese. A balanced diet involves variety. However, these specific cheeses can certainly provide a significant and crucial portion of your daily protein, especially at meals where other protein sources might be lacking or less appealing. Based on the studies that demonstrated the most impressive muscle-building outcomes, I recommend aiming for 2 to 3 servings of our muscle-supporting cheeses daily, with each serving ideally delivering 10 to 15 grams of protein. This practical approach might look like enjoying half a cup of cottage cheese at breakfast, an ounce of parmesan grated over your lunch, and a third of a cup of ricotta at dinner. This strategic combination alone can contribute approximately 35 to 40 grams of protein from cheese, potentially fulfilling nearly half of your total daily protein requirements with ease and enjoyment. I understand that concerns about calories and fat content might naturally arise. While it's true that cheese contains fat, it's vital to remember we are discussing specific, measured portions, not unlimited indulgence. The total caloric contribution from these recommended cheese servings would typically fall within a very reasonable range of about 300 to 400 calories per day, fitting comfortably within a balanced dietary framework. The single most important factor for success, however, is unwavering consistency. The studies that yielded the most profound results had participants incorporating these cheeses into their diet every single day, without fail, for at least 60 to 90 days. You simply cannot expect significant muscle gains if you only enjoy cheese once or twice a week. Think of it much like taking a daily vitamin. It must become a consistent, cherished part of your daily routine. I consistently advise my patients to view their consumption of these cheeses not as a mere dietary addition, but as a wise and powerful investment in their long-term health, and most importantly, their future independence. The seemingly small amount of extra calories you incorporate now could very well be the critical difference between effortlessly climbing stairs at 80 and struggling with once simple daily activities. While the overwhelming research unequivocally demonstrates that cheese alone can play a significant role in combating muscle loss, combining it with the right type of physical activity creates what scientists excitingly refer to as a synergistic effect. This means the positive results you'll experience become far greater than what you would achieve from consuming cheese or exercising by themselves. The most effective type of exercise for building and maintaining muscle is known as resistance training. Now, before any images of heavy barbells and intimidating gym equipment spring to mind, let me immediately put your mind at ease. For older adults, resistance training can be wonderfully simple and accessible, requiring no fancy gear. It can be as straightforward as practicing getting up and down from a sturdy chair, performing gentle push-ups against a wall, or using inexpensive elastic resistance bands to strengthen your limbs. Here's what the latest research tells us about this potent combination. When you engage in resistance exercises, even light ones, and then follow up by eating one of our muscle-building cheeses within 2 hours, your muscles respond with dramatically increased strength and growth compared to consuming the cheese alone. In fact, this powerful combination has been shown to restore what researchers describe as a youthful muscle-building response, even in individuals well over 80 years old, offering incredible hope and possibility. The beauty of this integrated approach is that you absolutely do not need to exercise every single day. Research indicates that resistance training just 2 to 3 times per week is ample to maintain and build muscle, especially when consistently paired with adequate protein intake. On the days you don't engage in formal exercise, simply continue enjoying your recommended cheese servings to provide a steady, nourishing stream of essential nutrients to your muscles. Remember, even everyday activities count as valuable resistance training. Tasks like gardening, carrying groceries, navigating stairs, and even engaging in vigorous housework all provide the kind of gentle muscle stimulation that synergizes beautifully with your increased protein intake. The overarching key is to remain active and then diligently fuel your magnificent muscles with the precise nutrients they need to thrive and grow stronger. While these cheeses represent a powerful tool in your journey to rebuild muscle and enhance vitality, it's equally important for us to openly discuss a few key considerations, especially if you have specific health conditions or concerns. Let's first address lactose intolerance, a condition that regrettably becomes more prevalent as we gracefully age. The encouraging news here is that the very cheeses we've highlighted are generally much better tolerated than regular milk. Authentic aged Parmesan, for instance, contains virtually no lactose due to its extensive aging process. Cottage cheese and ricotta, while containing some lactose, have significantly less than a glass of milk. If you are lactose intolerant, I recommend starting with small amounts to gauge your body's reaction, and remember that lactase enzyme supplements can be a helpful aid before consumption. If you are managing high blood pressure, paying close attention to sodium content is prudent. Parmesan, by its nature and aging process, is typically higher in sodium. The sodium content in cottage cheese can vary quite widely between brands, with some varieties containing over 400 milligrams per half cup, while low-sodium versions offer a healthier alternative with less than 100 milligrams. Ricotta, happily, is naturally lower in sodium. When you're shopping, make it a point to seek out low-sodium options whenever they are available, and always balance your cheese intake with an abundance of fresh fruits and vegetables to support overall cardiovascular health. For those of you diligently monitoring your cholesterol levels, I bring very reassuring news. Recent extensive studies involving thousands of participants have clearly demonstrated that regular cheese consumption, when integrated as part of a balanced and mindful diet, does not significantly increase the risk of heart disease for most individuals. The crucial factors here are careful portion control and selecting the right types of cheese. Adhere to the serving sizes we've discussed, and if cholesterol is a particular concern, consider opting for lower-fat choices like part-skim ricotta or low-fat cottage cheese. If you are taking blood-thinning medications, such as warfarin, maintaining a consistent daily intake of cheese is important. This is because cheese contains vitamin K, which can potentially interfere with these medications if your consumption fluctuates dramatically from day to day. The solution is not to avoid these beneficial cheeses entirely, but rather to enjoy them consistently and inform your doctor that you are including them regularly in your diet. Lastly, for anyone with kidney disease or impaired kidney function, a high protein intake can sometimes be problematic. If you have any known kidney issues, please prioritize a conversation with your doctor before making any significant increases to your protein intake, whether through cheese or any other food source, to ensure your health and safety. Now let's consolidate all this invaluable information into a straightforward, practical plan that you can confidently begin implementing today to kickstart your muscle-building cheese journey. First, make an immediate trip to your local grocery store. Seek out and purchase all 3 powerhouse cheeses we've discussed: cottage cheese, authentic Parmigiano Reggiano, and ricotta cheese. Buy enough to last you at least a week, giving you ample opportunity to experiment with various ways of enjoying them and discover your personal favorites. Second, take a quiet moment to accurately calculate your daily protein needs using the simple formula I shared earlier. Write this essential number down and prominently display it somewhere you'll see it every day, perhaps on your refrigerator, as a constant motivating reminder of your vital health goal. Third, take a few minutes to thoughtfully plan your meals for tomorrow, ensuring that each meal aims for a robust 25 to 30 grams of protein, with at least one of our 3 muscle-building cheeses thoughtfully incorporated. Fourth, if you are not currently engaging in any form of regular physical activity, don't feel overwhelmed. Start incredibly gently with just 5 minutes of simple, functional movements. This could include standing up and sitting down from a sturdy chair 10 times, performing 10 gentle push-ups against a wall, or lifting your arms up and down with light weights, or even just water bottles. Plan to do this achievable routine just 2 or 3 times this week. No need for anything strenuous or intimidating. Fifth, and finally, mark your calendar for exactly 90 days from today. This date will serve as your personal milestone to pause and genuinely assess how you feel, quantify the strength you've gained, and reflect on the noticeable positive changes you've experienced in your daily life. I assure you, many people are genuinely astonished by the incredible physical transformation they witness in as little as 3 months. Remember this fundamental truth: muscle loss is emphatically not an inevitable or unavoidable part of getting older. With these 3 potent cheeses becoming a consistent part of your daily diet, expertly combined with the strategic timing and activity insights I've shared with you today, you possess the power to not only maintain, but truly rebuild significant muscle mass well into your 70s, 80s, and gloriously beyond. The science is undeniably clear, the approach is refreshingly simple, and the potential for profound, life-changing positive change is very real and entirely within your reach. However, please understand that knowledge, no matter how powerful, remains inert without action. The pivotal question now rests with you. Will you take that crucial first step? Will you purchase cottage cheese and enjoy it for breakfast tomorrow morning? Will you generously grate fresh Parmesan over your lunch? Will you truly commit to 90 days of consistent, intentional cheese consumption to discover the extraordinary strength and vitality that are truly possible for your magnificent body? I deeply believe you will, because I believe everyone deserves to age with unwavering strength, boundless confidence, and cherished independence. These 3 humble yet powerful cheeses can be your most steadfast allies in that profound journey. Utilize them wisely, embrace them consistently, and prepare to be genuinely amazed at how your body, with its incredible capacity for regeneration, responds. Your muscles are ready and eagerly waiting for the precise nutrients they require to rebuild and grow remarkably stronger. With cottage cheese, Parmesan, and ricotta firmly on your side, you possess every tool you need to triumph. It is genuinely never too late to embark on the journey of building muscle, and now you know precisely how to do it. Thank you sincerely for spending this valuable time with me today. Here's to your health, to your ever-growing strength, and to many, many more vibrant years of cherished independence and soaring vitality ahead. Now go forth and eat some cheese. Your future, stronger self will undoubtedly thank you.